Yep, that's me, commentating in front of over 30,000 people at a fighting game event over in Italy. See, now, I'm kinda used to this. Flying around, checking places out, and commentating at events far away from home. I've had the pleasure of going all over the world to do this, but I've never quite had the experience of having my voice heard by so many people before. And let me explain what I mean by that. But before we do, if you don't know who I am, my name is Asura. I am a play-by-play esports commentator from the United Kingdom and also from the fighting game community. So, first, a little bit more about myself. I started commentating properly back in 2021, where I did my first ever gig for a Smash Bros. Regional. From there, I never really took casting seriously until my breakout year of 2022. I was gaining some serious momentum from my work during regionals and even my very first international major that same year. Fast forward 3 years on, and it's May of 2026, and I've been asked by my friend Mark of Visual Platform to come down on to commentate an international event called Only the Best, where initially I believed that I'd be commentating 2xKO, but man, I was incredibly wrong. See, now, a couple months before the tournament itself, I was asked by Bode or Bode, the guy that was running OTB, to cast Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. And that's, a game where I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, I've never really casted the game before, but I do know a whole lot. And, I should probably get studying. And so I did as much as I could cram within the 2 months, but I was worried that it wouldn't be enough. And amidst all the studying, I honestly didn't get a ton of time to touch the game due to an ongoing internship and a bunch of other things going on in life as well. So it's officially come to the weekend, a very hot weekend in July. Man, we're talking scorching, it was hot out there, but low-key kind of pleasant, because here in the UK, when it's hot, it's humid as hell, there's nowhere to breathe, but low-key over there, it was nice, because we had a nice breeze, it wasn't too bad. But anyways, I'm getting off track. I'm getting way too off track. Comes to that weekend, and it has been an action-packed last 2 days. I mean, we landed on the Thursday, and officially now we are here on Saturday. And I was told that I'd be working at 2 top 8s that weekend. One for 2xKO, and obviously, as I previously mentioned, City of the Wolves. Now, obviously, for those of you that don't know or you haven't even checked out my channel, 2xKO is a game I am incredibly familiar with, or at least a lot more familiar with now, as opposed to, obviously, City of the Wolves. So, I wasn't super nervous when it came to talking about 2xKO, and usually when it comes to top 8s, I'm a little bit of a nervous wreck. This time around, however, that wasn't the case. However, when it came to City of the Wolves, it was a very different story. So, when it comes to City of the Wolves, it's a game that I wish I honestly understood way more at the time. While I loved watching it, I wanted to get good at it, but it was just one of those fighting games where mechanically I could just never seem to get used to it. So naturally, I was worried. Worried that I would mess up under pressure, and knowing that there were a lot of big eyes on me at the time, I was worried that I would fumble under pressure. But then I remembered, you know what, I've done this before. I'm low-key kind of nice at this kind of thing.
The Breacher pick over Mr. Karate, but clearly it's working out.
I think this was probably the better pick, objectively the better pick. And you can see that it definitely was. Goes to the low there off of the combo. As the combo ender there, and now here we go, K-Top. Puts Sakon in the corner, is in overheat, but that's not going to matter here as we do have advantage, and we are going to continue to hold forward here. That overheat's going to go down, but that's not going to matter here. Looking for the cross-up now. Can we capitalize off the overheat? Yes, we can. Yes. Sakon now tries to find that super. We get the level 2. It's not going to be enough here. Sakon on a chip of health, looking for something. The Just Defense comes through. Revguard gets the punish there with the throw. Keeps it alive. Sakon has an opportunity here, but the DP comes out of nowhere. And K-Top stays alive.
Right there, man.
Oh, 100%. He's so small that, he's a lot smaller than most of the current cast that it is just hard to touch him. But also, you have to remember, he's got so much aerial momentum, it's absolutely insane. So, looking for those anti-airs is always going to be quite dangerous to do there. The whiff punish, potentially not going to come out as the rev blow. Actually manages to cover Freeze's tracks off the whiff in the grab there. And now, all of a sudden, control and momentum have completely shifted here like a pendulum. The double jump actually fakes out the counter here. Nice stuff there from Hoko Tomaru. Frieza keeping themselves alive here. The Rev Guard helping out as well there with no extra chip. Dangerous position to be in here if your name is Frieza. You overextend a little too much. You're going to get caught here. The 2A. Not going to be enough. Still alive. The JD overheat as well. Now full stun gauge. Here we go.
Hold on. Not finding the hit that you wanted, and Freezer. Nice and only.
Yunwoo's Mr. Karate Loki kind of reminds me of Dr. Doom. You've got to see the parallels. Like the green jacket, the mask, it's not exactly Dr. Doom, but it gives me Major Doom vibes, right?
Are you calling him a villain?
That might be. I could be. We're finding the super instead. Going into it, we're going to lead up from the fireball. And that should be enough. If we're able to finish the combo off with a big oomph, that's it.
Not quite. We do not have the bar to close it out. But right now, Yunwoo on a big sub HP. Any stray hit is gonna do it here.
Yeah, any stray hit should just finish off Yunwoo now. As a comeback on the table, is it there? Frieza, one away from taking it all the way to game 5. Yunwoo is still alive.
They confirm with the super off of the raw fireball hit. This man is actually unreal. How does he do it?
Unbelievable play there from Yunwoo. The patience was rewarded. You have to respect what you're seeing here. So just needs one more game. But Rock, we're seeing Rock. You know what? I'm here for it.
We are doing the whole rotation here.
I love it.
We have seen it all. Everything.
The Mitsuhashi color goes down here. We've seen so much. It's time to move on to the loser side of bracket, where we will be moving down and into the shots tank here as we got Sakon taking on Nivek. Krauser versus Ronaldo. That man couldn't go for the World Cup trophy, so instead he came to Naples for another trophy. Here we go.
Yeah, because
it's about to be exploded on him, because right now H-Dope has the damage here so far though, but the air to air, as I say that, Wild Punish again there off the whip. Huge work there from H-Dope, and it's looking like this is bound to be it. If we can keep this up, if we can keep the pressure going, it's going to look absolutely devastating.
And that's it.
Yep, no opportunity for Yunwoo to go ahead and use that rev gauge at the meter there. H-Dope is
like
your
that.
City of the Wolves champion here at OTB 2026.
And so I performed and I tried my best to try and just do the things that I know how to do. Try to carry myself on the basic fundamentals of being a commentator. And I'd say I did pretty okay, right? I mean, I hope so. A lot of people came up and said it was pretty cool. So I'm kind of hoping so. And so it was officially done. After 3 hours or so, after a strong top 8 and an incredible grand finals, H-Dope was champion, City of the Wolves was a success, but I didn't feel good about my performance. And if there's one thing that you should know about me, it's that I'm always really hard on myself so that I can keep pushing myself. I know what I did wrong, but I never really ever look at the things that I do right. And often times than not, I kind of need that reminder. So a lot of people that told me that I did a lot of things right, and sometimes I'm not too sure what to believe. However, that all changed because that very same night, back when me and Jammers went back to our room, I opened up my Twitter DMs to find a voice note from none other than my friend Rich the Dragon, who is Mark's brother, and also Mr. Capcom EU himself. The voice note alone just filled me with hope that if not this year, then maybe next year or sometime down the line, that my voice could make the impact that I wanted it to. But that weekend was special. I had the help of a ton of legends and behemoths within the EU FGC scene to help me feel like I could just do so much that weekend, as well as making new friends that I'll cherish for a very long time. I learned from a lot of incredible people, and while I'm not the greatest caster in the world, I will do anything to ensure that I can make those people around me proud. But that realization of waking up the following morning to getting that notification of, damn, there were a lot of eyes on you and that you were on the official SNK channel, that really sent me for a loop, and it kind of was overwhelming. And a lot of my friends had messaged me as well and told me that, damn, this is kind of a big deal. When I was like, man, this is a kind of a big deal. Like, it's insane to me. But I mean, if you told me 5 years ago that this is where we would be 5 years later, I don't think I would have believed you. And to think that all of that began in a bar in London just 5 years ago. But you know what? That being said, right, it kind of goes to show just how crazy life can be, because stuff like this you never really are able to predict. Stuff like this you're never really able to kind of go, damn, we really did that. We're really about to do this in a couple years. And it kind of excites me about what the future has in store for me, especially, you know, within this line of work. and it is very competitive. It is very, very difficult to break out into because there's just so many commentators that are vying for the same spots. So I don't know, but I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I'm gonna keep doing my best, and I'm gonna continuously keep on reaching for the stars as much as I possibly can. And if you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like, sub. You know, I just wanted to talk about this trip way more and just how it felt to me. Memories that I made, the people that I met, will definitely be amongst some of the greatest memories I've made in the FGC. And I'm only really early into my FGC career, so like, you know, if you want to follow on that, then feel free to do that as well. You can go ahead and check us out everywhere in the comment section below. Yeah. Have a good one.